his drive is there. He's still got all the offensive weapons. He got the shot, the ability to drive. Only thing he's missing right now is that blingy, bling, bling.
Yeah, he's got that MVP. He's got those scoring titles, and he's got this season to try to put last year in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, I mean, last year, the injuries, the year before, obviously averaging 32 points a game. This guy puts up buckets. I was actually at the game at Rucker Park when he had 66. So I'm sitting in the stands, and he's got like 60, Ernie. And he's dribbling up, and he looks over to me, and he's like, Kenny, what do you think? And I said, I think you can get 66. And he says, no, it's only like 15 seconds left in the game. I said, Kevin, you could do it. And so he grabs it, 66 points, scores 6 more points in 15 seconds. The crowd runs on Rucker Park. It was an unbelievable experience.
I got a story, Ernie.
Yeah, is yours true?
Yeah, I was 2 years old when Wilt Chamberlain had 98 points. My mom puts me up and says, he's going to be like you one day. And Wilt dunks it, gets 100 points, and he gives me the basketball.
Wow.
If you believe that, you can believe I can fly.
Two of the great storytellers of our time, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
Is that true, Kenny?
Yeah.
Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. I been Steph Curry with the shot, been with the sauce, Chef Curry with the pot, boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. 0 to 100 real quick, real quick, real quick.
The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season. Guys, they came out on top of the season series matchup a season ago, taking 2 of the 3 away from them.
They take on a team they knocked out of the playoffs last season in the conference semis.
Greg, would you suspect a little bad blood or bad feelings from the opposing side? They better be ready to scrap.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Tony Allen is out there with Tony Roden. And it's Parsons in at the small forward. The Warriors shooting their first free throws here tonight. And he makes the first.
And really, the Grizzlies might have dropped to 5th in their West in the final week, but they were near the top for most of last season. Often could be found in that 2 spot.
And so Jordan nails both of them. The Grizzlies did slip late in the West, Greg, as you said. Still, Clark, 35-17. That record in the conference was 3rd best.
And even more impressive was the fact that the Grizzlies played their best when playing the other top teams. They went 16-11 against the other Western Conference playoff teams.
On defense, Memphis. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Now, here's Roden. He's coming off a 19-point game against Brooklyn.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Now here's Jordan after the Marcus Olmos. Steps back and fires. Nice jump shot. Good.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, a good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
A drive by Allen. Goes back up, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Now we know that Marc Gasol was one of the most sought-after free agents this past summer. Clark, all along, most figured he'd be back in Memphis.
Yep, a winning team, max dollars. And don't forget now, he went to high school in Memphis while his brother Powell played there. He's where he belongs.
Marc Gasol, a first-time All-Star starter last season. He and his brother Powell both starting in that game. The first time that's ever happened in league history, and having both those guys go head-to-head.
Now here's Roten. Gasol setting the pick for Roten. Gasol no good.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Oh, listen, no doubt you could argue Marc Gasol is the best center in the league right now. I mean, this guy does it all. Defends, rebounds, passes, scores. I mean, he's also a great teammate. They all love him. And to me, that matters in the big picture. When you're talking about developing chemistry and trust, sometimes the difference between winning and winning it all is whether or not your teammates like you.
And that one's good.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Now let's find out what head coach Steve Kerr had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
He brought up Marc Gasol, a kind of sleeper player he thinks could give them trouble. Coach said he's a guy 7 foot plus. He's very skilled, can shoot and finish over either shoulder, and he doesn't shy away from contact. He's a guy you have to really pay attention to. And I've told our guys, we can't let him have a big game. Fellas, we'll see how they do against him.
Thanks, Doris. Parsons dishes to Roten. Stolen by Thompson. An even 3-on-3 break. Outside Jordan. This one for 3. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's 7 points for Jordan.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense. He's got the A game rolling tonight.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Roten. Soft touch off the glass. Roten's got his first 2 points of the night.
The D cannot forget about him like that. He'll light you up big time.
Curry attacking. And that one goes long. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Parsons on the wing, guarded by Jordan. And Parsons kicks to Randall. In the corner, it's Roten. 4 on the shot clock. Baseline Jay on the way, and he nails the jumper. Roten's got his second bucket tonight. Outside Curry. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Allen outside. And Durant sends it back. Parsons against Curry. He feeds it to Durant. And it's off from three-point range. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Now here's Roten. No good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them, wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Roten. It's stolen by Green. Durant, the pass pass to Curry. Back to Durant. It's good from about 19 feet. Durant's got his second basket.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Number 1, Steph Curry.
And no doubt he finished the season right where he should have on that list. He was far and away the best free throw shooter in the league.
Mike Conley's checked in for Tony Rote. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Conley with it. 14 points from him the last game against Brooklyn. Gasol attacking, and that one's good. Gasol's got 5 now.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Thompson. 23 points for him the last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. We all know about the Splash Brothers, but it seems everyone on Golden State now can hit a 3. They set a franchise record in made threes last year at 883 triples.
Incredible. I mean, they can stretch you out as well as anyone, and it's why they are so good going small. I mean, they did lead the league in three-point percentage last year, making almost 40% of those threes.
Warriors leading by 7. Outside Curry. Jordan against Parsons. Jordan dishes to Green. Back to Jordan. Let's go. And it's good off the back rim and in. Jordan's got 12.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now here's Parsons. An 11-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
Now Curry. Following the miss by Chandler Parsons from deep.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Conley against Curry. Conley left side. Outside Randolph. Green against Gasol. Just 3 to shoot. Baseline jumper. Again Memphis.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Feeds to Durant. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Now here's Conley looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Gasol. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Warriors leading by 9.
Having a chance here to check out how the Grizzlies ranked in the NBA last season. Second in opponent points per game, sixth in steals, and they were top 10 in free throw percentage. That's always helpful in winning games.
And you talked about their defensive ranking. I mean, they really do a good job of holding their opponents to a low point output each and every night. That grindhouse style really wore on teams.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for Jordan. West comes in for Green, and it's Iguodala in for Kevin Durant. Now, here's Thompson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Here's Pachulia. Wants to get it to Iguodala, and does. And he banks in the layup. Iguodala's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Gasol kicks to Carter. He dishes it to Conley. Lock at 6. There's the triple. Warriors with the rebound.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. He's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Here is Carter after David West's bucket. Pass to Baldwin. Beyond the arc. David West grabs the miss. And the success we've been mentioning with Coach Dave Yeager. He was the second fastest active coach to get to 100 wins.
And Kevin made his way in terms of coaching, started in the D-League and other minor leagues before becoming an assistant with the Grizzlies, and really was the architect, if you will, of the defense that his team is so well known for. He's done a lot for this franchise and looks to be on track to become their winningest coach ever.
And the technical free throw is good. One bit of news for the Grizzlies last year is that they acquired a single affiliation deal with a D-League team, which you think is going to help them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that team is the Iowa Energy. They're a sole partner now with the Iowa Energy. Good move by the team in what is becoming a growing trend in the NBA.
Now here's Conley. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. 1:16 left in the first quarter of the game. There's the triple. No good. And Golden State will come the other way.
And for Memphis and the D-League, they made the most of it. Set 3 players for a total of 14 assignments with the Energy. And that's how you make the most of an affiliate.
Now here's Curry. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. Elbow shot is on the way. Misses off the right iron.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here is Carter playing Brooklyn. He was nearly unstoppable. Gasol, a screen on Curry. Passes it to Baldwin. Puts it up from 17. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And stolen by Wright. Outside Conley. Kicks it to Gasol to stop the drought. The shot is off. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Warriors lead by 12. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And And the Grizzlies, a team that's dealt with their share of tough playoff losses. But, you know, you talked to point guard Mike Conley, and as he told us before the game, he still feels a championship is within reach. One big reason why not them is what happened to Conley. Greg losing him in the playoffs last year was the biggest adversity they went through. Can you make a case that it just made them tougher, or did it really take something out of them?
You know, Kevin, it's really hard to say. A tough break, obviously, losing Mike, and I mean that literally as well. But their problems did set them back, and maybe they can be just as good as anybody else, but until they are, they're going to have some issues.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blocker, and it does intimidate them.
Green is out there with Durant, and there's Livingston. Then there's West, and it's Jordan in at the shooting guard position. That's the Warriors' foul.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Warriors.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
The free throw drops for Durant. One thing about Kevin Durant, when you talk with him, he's got such a laid-back demeanor. I mean, his pulse doesn't quicken. And when you ask opponents, they'll tell you he is as competitive, Greg, as they come.
Yeah, what you see on the outside with Kevin is a mirage, a fake out, if you will, because on the inside, this guy burns with competitive fire and brimstone.
And with Durant, his competitive spirit really comes out in crunch time. He demands the ball when the game's on the line, and more often than not, he gets it and delivers.
And guys, talking about Durant, he may not wear it on his sleeve, but he's really upped his energy and emotion on the defensive end. I mean, he's seen that defense wins championships, and that's the only thing on his mind right now. Zach Randolph getting up there in his mid-30s, but his game has never been based on explosiveness. So it's all about strength, skill, and craft when you talk about Zebo, and he's aging gracefully.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And Randolph Clark can struggle in matchups against quicker power forwards or those spread fours.
Yeah, but even though he struggles on the perimeter against those guys, he punishes them when he gets them inside in his operating area at the offensive end. Most big men have a hard time dealing with him in the paint.
Very good point.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here.
Now here's Thompson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Livingston. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his third assist on the night.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Here's Parsons. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Roten, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now Conley, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. Conley, the pass to Roten. Inside. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Zach Randolph.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Now, here's Green. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Thompson misses.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Warriors leading by 11. Livingston dishes to Durant. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Michael Conley picks one up. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Free throw good, Livingston.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
Livingston hits both of them.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
Dub really making a difference here.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. The Warriors, number 1.
Kevin, no team shot a higher percentage than these guys last year. I mean, that's something they definitely want to build on this season. It'll be hard to improve, but they believe in themselves. They've got a lot of confidence after last season as far as shooting the ball goes.
Here's Conley. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Outside Randolph. Now here's Roten, guarded by Green. Nobody near Parsons. Sinks the three-pointer.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Warriors leading by 10. Jordan kicks to Thompson. Back to Jordan. Randolph grabs the board. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Conley against Thompson. The feed to Allen. Wide open look. Draymond Green with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Durant with it. Zach Randolph covering. Jordan kicks to Durant. Back to Jordan. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Parsons attacking. Gets it down to single digits. Parsons got 8 points in the quarter.
Now, there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now, here's Jordan. He picked up 21 points in their last one against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Here's Jordan after the made shot from Zach Randolph. Jordan with a screen on Allen. Durant kicks to Jordan. The tray. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
You know, back basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
Well, the Warriors did zip the ball around very well last year, Clark. They led the league, as Greg was just talking about, led the league in assists per game. It wasn't even close. Over 27 assists per game as a team.
Yeah, 28 times they had 30 or more assists. In 2014, the team that led in that category was the Spurs. They did it only 16 times.
And the Warriors making a change here. Pachulia is checked in. Misses the second one as well, so he's 0 for 2 that time. And to nobody's surprise, Zach Randolph enjoyed an outstanding season, Clark, in 14-15.
And, you know, ironically, by taking more of a backseat to front court make Marc Gasol, Randolph played better, the best rebound rate of his career.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green inside the three-point line. Parsons with some nice D.
Major defensive lapse right there. He's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's Randolph. He had 28 points in the win against Brooklyn.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass. And for the Grizzlies, they had to be encouraged by Randolph's play after signing him to that extension. I mean, he'd been set back by the knee injury, but he came back in a big way. And Randolph happy to be back in Memphis. He said, this is home. This is where I belong. And look, he's helped establish this team as a power in the Western Conference. And for me, this is the right place for him to be.
He hits the second from the line.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
A shot by Thompson. No one's around. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson. Greg, that was a good point. He passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there.
See the numbers for Kevin Durant. He's coming off an excellent season. Averaged about 25 points per game, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And he continues to hone his game. I think the potential is there.
Oh, yeah, you can see the potential clearly, but it's raw, unrefined. He needs to keep polishing it up.
Stephen Curry's checked in for Golden State. And Memphis also making a switch. Brandon Wright's checked in for Zach Randolph. Conley the pass to Roten. Parsons outside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package.
And back to Chandler Parsons. His versatility is so valuable to any scheme. We've now seen that in both Houston and Dallas. He gives you percentages and good production every time out.
He does, Kevin, but the one area where I'd like to see him improve is his physical strength. I mean, to take his game to the next level, he's got to be able to play through contact a little bit better. If he can do that, we're talking about a guy who could be a perennial all-star.
Good on the second free throw. Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
And they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
And that one's good. That's 10 points for Kevin Durant.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Wright sets a screen. Conley against Thompson to the right side. Julia with the steal. Curry dishes to Durant. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, guys, Memphis waltzed through the first round against Portland. The second round, a lot tougher against Golden State. They went up 2-1 in that series, but couldn't hold on to that lead.
Now here is Conley. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And that one's good. Right.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Curry, good. Curry's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors.
And guys, Memphis would lose 2 of their 3 games at home against Golden State. So things got tough with the Conley injury and missing Tony Allen as well. But they did put up a good fight, ultimately, though, falling in 6 games to the Warriors.
Here's Parsons following the basket by Stephen Curry. And he gets it to go. Wright's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor. And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Now here's Curry. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Baldwin the pass to Roten. Thompson against Carter. Stolen by Thompson. Curry kicks to Green. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. No luck. And it's Memphis the other way.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Roten dishes to Gasol. Comes up empty off the pick.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Iguodala kicks to Thompson. That's good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And the Warriors making a change here. West is checked in. The Warriors have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And, you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Now here is Carter. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Roden with it, picked up by Thompson. Here's Gasol, goes up and lays it nice and easy. Gasol's got 11 points.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Dishes it to Pachulia. Rejected by Gasol. Baldwin, guarded by Curry. Baldwin the pass to Roden. Wright sets a screen. Carter drives in. Wright dishes to Gasol. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Wright sets a screen. Gasol against West. Outside Carter. It's rebounded by West. West has got his 4th rebound in this one. Curry kicks to Thompson. Inside, here's Pachulia. That's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that. Ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
Curry passes to Iguodala. Back to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. The baseline J. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
Now the dish to Gasol. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Warriors ahead, leading by 17. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, what has allowed you to build this lead and get some separation here?
Well, we've just been playing hard. Those guys are tough to guard. They cut so hard. They play well together, and we had a decent half. We got to keep it going.
Kevin, you've earned a rest. Guys, back to you at the table.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, and it's the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They are way out in front, leading by 17. And we'll go to Kenny first. What you see out there?
In terms of their offensive performance, that was a very well-played half of basketball. Good ball movement off the ball, hard screens being set, and they found the guy for the open look. That's how they were able to shoot such a tremendous percentage from the field. With that fluid, efficient offense, they'll be tough to catch in the second half.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Ernie, I'm going to hit you with some Spanish. Reason number uno why they're being blown out is their poor reboundion. Is that right? Reboundion? I don't know. Rebounding, whatever, however you say it. They're just not battling. Where's the fight? They've had way too many one-and-done possessions. Time to crank up the effort, Ernie.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. You look at Dub in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. And off is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Tony Roten out there with Tony Allen. And it's Parsons in at the 3 slot. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
And you could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
So it's the Grizzlies now, trailing by 17. 5 on the clock. Pass to Parsons. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Parsons got the first bucket of the third here for the Grizzlies. Golden State's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Outside Curry. Here's the 3. That's good. Curry's got 12 in the game.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay. And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Count that one. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Durant dishes to Jordan. Bangs home the trifecta. Jordan's got 20.
Back-to-back threes for him. Defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that 3, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
Now here's Allen. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Randolph, a screen on Green. And Parsons kicks to Randolph. From 10 feet out, the shot is off. Great tee that time from Curry.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
The Grizzlies trail by 19. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Baseline try. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Green with a screen for Curry. To the paint. Layup off the pick. And he's able to get it back. And that one's good to Reed. And here is Roten. He's got 8. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. He kicks to Parsons. To the middle. Here's Gasol. Good D by Jordan. Warriors leading by 21. Thompson outside for 3. They grab their own miss. And it's Green missing.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Roten looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. The Warriors, number 1.
Yeah, number 1 in the league in terms of points per game a season ago. They play as a team, just really unselfish in terms of their brand of basketball.
The Roracle or Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Last year's Warriors and where they ranked in the NBA. A chance to check that out now, Kevin. Tops in scoring. First in assists. And they also were #1 in team shooting percentage. A very impressive offensive group.
And when you score like these guys did last season, it gives you tremendous confidence. Just play solid defense and you can win games.
Mike Conley's checked in for Memphis.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13+ points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
And stolen by Parsons. To end the drought, out to Conley. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parsons.
And now a chance to check out Klay Thompson. He had a strong showing last season. He was around 21 points per game last year. 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes natural.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
Now here's Conley. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Good on the shot.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Warriors leading by 21. It's Curry with the drive. No luck. Now Memphis takes it the other way. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. Here's Randolph. No good. Great D that time from Green. Warriors have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. All alone. And there's the foul. It'll go on Doug. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Pachulia, he's checked in for the Warriors. The Grizzlies trail by 21. Conley, the pass to Gasol. Outside Conley. With the teardrop. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Conley. Conley's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Curry kicks to Pachulia. Now the pass to Durant. And the Warriors miss again.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
That's good. That's 12 points for Zach Randolph.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we mean by playing for your teammates.
Now here's Curry. He's got 12. Feeds to Green. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Warriors ball. And the Warriors with possession here. And that one's good. Durant.
Boy, it doesn't get much better than that. Curry with a really nice screen.
The Grizzlies trail by 19. let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He said their plan was run their offense through Kevin Durant. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Randolph. He's got 12. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Warriors.
2 shots. They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
I've been impressed with how well they penetrated tonight, too.
Free throw good, Randolph. And Memphis would end up going 16-13 over the back half of last season. Down the stretch, they would only go 5 up and 5 down in their final 10.
Yeah, and Kevin, all those games so important as they jockeyed for position in the West. It was so fluid and volatile down the stretch. They could have been anywhere from a 2nd seed to a 6th on any given day, and they just happened to slump at the wrong time.
And Zach Randolph drops them both.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history, in my opinion.
The Grizzlies trail by 19. Conley kicks to Randolph. Gasol a screen. Pass to Conley. Off the pick. And Curry pulls it down. Warriors took apart the West last season. They went 42-10 against the rest of the conference. The games between them and 2nd place in the West were the same as the games between 2nd place and 8th in the West.
And the Warriors didn't just pick on the little guys. I mean, they had big wins over the top teams in the West. Against the rest of the playoff teams, the Warriors were a whopping 20-5.
Warriors leading by 19 points. Durant dishes to Curry. Outside, Green takes a 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 7th assist here tonight.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Picked by Randolph. Allen outside. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the foul. It'll go on Doug.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
And the Warriors with some changes. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Green, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. B's checked in for the Grizzlies. Outside Conley. Parsons, the open look. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Jordan kicks to Iguodala. Back to Jordan. Picked by West. Golden State moving the ball around. No good from Durant. Grizzlies have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the 3rd quarter got underway. Baldwin the pass to Conley. He feeds it to Parsons. Right side Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. Conley into the lane. Misses and the dry spell continues. Warriors leading by 22. Lets it go from 11. Zach Randolph with the rebound. Randolph's got 4 rebounds in this game. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Pass to Baldwin. West against Randolph. And it's Iguodala with the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Conley gets the bucket.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And Jordan heads it to go.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And so it's Memphis with it. Randolph's shot is good. Randolph's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Their front court is taking charge, dominating the paint. They've simply outplayed the opposing big.
Livingston kicks to Durant. To the inside, West. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart. He's tough. He's all about team. And, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
Well, David West's usage and overall numbers have ticked away with time. He's still as efficient as ever.
Yeah, not the over 50% field goal guy he used to be, but still a valuable contributor on the block. What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish. And for West, a lot of what he brings to the table is just professionalism, leadership, and a real example of how to get the most out of what you've got. He keeps everybody on the team focused, too. When he speaks, guys listen.
West guy's still very strong as a player, but clearly it's his leadership that sets him apart. Does all those little intangibles that help teams win games.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
And so here's Memphis. Wright sets a screen. Baldwin the pass to Gasol. Down low, up off the screen. And the layup is good.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. Third is Stephen Curry. Fourth, Klay Thompson.
What shooting we saw from them all season. I mean, I'd love to see these guys in a game of horse. They'd probably be draining shots from midcourt.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
Free throw drops for David West. And David West drops them both. Grizzlies shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Baldwin the pass to Wright. There's a good screen. Wright sets a screen. Roten kicks to Gasol. 6 to shoot. The turnaround. The Warriors pull it in. West has got his 6th rebound on the night.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Thompson from long range. It's rebounded by Memphis. Baldwin. He's covered by Thompson.
Carter.
We've got 28 seconds left in the third. Kicks to Roten. Right side Gasol. Good D by Thompson.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Outside Durant. Puts up a 3. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. From deep. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Warriors lead by 19. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Warriors leading by 19 points. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. And it's Pachulia in at the pivot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now, here's Thompson. Shot clock at 5. No one near Curry as he lets it go. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Right, dishes to Roten. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
And the shot is good.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Gasol a screen. Allen passes to Roten.
And guys, every season there seems to be a player who is at the end of their contract. They'll have talent and they'll be traded to a team looking for an extra piece. It's the ultimate risk-reward move, if you will, in the NBA.
And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting 47%, pretty solid. And Wright kicks to Roten. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Back to Wright. Gasol a screen. That's good from Allen on the assist by Wright.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Warriors leading by 20. The feed to Curry. Outside, Green. Nails the wide-open jump shot. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Roten kicks to Wright. To the paint. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. They get Stephen Curry.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
Jordan, he's checked in for Pachulia. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Randolph comes in for Wright, and Chandler Parsons in for Vince Carter. Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Now, here's Roten after the miss from Stephen Curry. Randolph dishes to Parsons. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Now here's Curry. Kicks it out to Iguodala. He dishes it to Green. Left side Curry. Pocket 6. Iguodala outside. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And for Roden last season, he even took on more of a scorer's mentality. Went up in points, went down in field goal percentage. But like a boxer, he gets a little extra credit for pushing the action.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Right side Curry. Outside Jordan. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
And, you know, talking about Roden, I think the next step in his development is to produce at the same level, but with greater efficiency. Too often, his highlight reel passes led to turnovers. He would gamble defensively, too. That's, to me, just a young player growing up on the job.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence. And after his last game, you're really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Dishes to Gasol. Can't hit from in close.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Thompson with the bucket.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Now Roden. And it's blocked by Jordan. Iguodala, right side. Back to Curry.
And guys, more and more, you know, we're seeing the league try to protect the health of the players. I mean, you see the evidence on the court. Over the last 5 years, the league has cut down the number of cameramen along the baselines in half, giving these great athletes a little more runway to land safely.
Now Roden, after the missed 3 from Iguodala, sinks the three-pointer. 15 points for Roden.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
He's checked in for Memphis. And Thompson kicks to Curry. From 13, he squares up and sinks it. Curry's got 10 points in just the second half.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gasol. No good. In and out off the rim. Warriors leading by 19. Curry kicks to Thompson. There's the dish to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. Rejected by Gasol. Allen outside. Pass to Conley. Launches a three. The shot will not go. Curry with some nice D. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Iguodala, the pass to Curry. Here's Jordan. Parsons with the rebound. Parsons got 5 rebounds tonight. Conley kicks to Parsons. Picked by Randolph. Back to Conley. From past the arc. Again, Conley missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Gasol against Jordan. On the wing, Iguodala from past the arc. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists in the game. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Conley against Jordan. Outside Conley. He kicks it to Gasol. Iguodala with the steal. Now the Warriors moving it up. The pass to Green. Parsons with some nice D. The Grizzlies shooting has been just great in the fourth quarter, 54%. Inside, and Draymond Green picks up the foul.
Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Andre Iguodala. On defense, the Warriors. Gasol kicks to Parsons. 6 to shoot. Over in the corner, Conley. And another miss by Memphis. Well, we were talking about max contracts. There are arguments to their benefits. Commissioner Adam Silver said last year that he feels they help with parity. What do you think?
You know, for the most part, I do believe he's correct. I mean, they do help with parity. For guys like LeBron and Durant, let's face it, the big max contract can be a hindrance. They're probably considered to be worth far more than they're paid. But it's going to be something that is debated back and forth throughout the next negotiations for the CBA.
Now Conley, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Goes up the baseline, and it's Durant, that time on the assist by Curry. 20 points for Kevin Durant.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
You look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet, up until last season, he's been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
During that break, Coach Dave Yeager had some words for his team. Parsons was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Oh, and here we go with Durant. Nobody back. And Green gets it to go.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Here's Allen, following the basket by Draymond Green. Thompson against Parsons. Randolph up top. to stop the run. The shot misses. Great D that time from Green. Jordan with it. Conley picks him up. Jordan with the screen on Gasol. Gasol with the steal. And it's Memphis on the break. Conley leading the charge.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Now here's Curry. 1:49 left in the game. Stolen by Conley. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. And Parsons slams it in.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players. But another tour de force for Jordan. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And here are the Grizzlies now, following the miss by David West. Back to Randolph. Carter outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Adams. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Jordan kicks to Livingston. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys. Defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
They set the screen. Left side Randolph. Lets it go from the wing. And the shot is good.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Stephen, a big win here at home, obviously. How important is the momentum from playing a game like this?
Well, we just needed a win tonight. I mean, that was big for our morale in our locker room. And, we got to practice today tomorrow to watch the film and keep getting better. It does feel good to win, but we do have another tough game coming in. So we'll be ready and hopefully get to protect home court again.
Stephen, thank you. Kevin, you got to love that he's never satisfied.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, thank you. And now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
He was a monster on the inside for them. His strength and his size came into play so much tonight. And to go along with his physicality, he had a sweet touch around the basket.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew. Have a wonderful evening.